Hello everybody, Cambing here, and I just wanted to cast a quick game between myself and this Karen that I've encountered on the Heartless One beta ladder, Inertiatic. So this game was recorded it was yesterday, which was a Sunday, and today's Monday. So this is 1 week before the beta ends. So hopefully it gives you kind of a nice preview of where TVZ in particular has kind of ended up in Heartless One, what you can expect when the game goes live in 2 weeks. And so I'm starting here with the mid game because the beginning was rather uninteresting. He did a Hellbat Widowmine push that I deflected, and I kind of took 2 bases behind it. He has his 4th up because I turtled to get up some Swarmhost, and I'm putting on Swarmhost pressure now while I transition into Hive. And so I've mentioned I like Swarmhost a lot, especially against mech and TVZ. In particular, the reason why is because I get to trade cost effectively. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just sieging up his front line, causing him to bleed units. Doing an interesting thing here, making Widowmines. And partially why I'm making this video is so you kind of see how cool Widowmines can be and how they kind of change the dynamic of the game. I think definitely for the better. And so because of the Widowmines, I've had to put spot overlords kind of covering all the possible vantage points so I can cover Widowmines. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing the standard thing of letting the Locusts come in, using them to tank shots, and then going in with my main units to try to deal damage. And so there I was able to do a pretty crippling blow. He's down 30 supply here. So I'm a pretty sizable. Kind of look at the resources tab actually. Units lost, you can see that he's actually lost 3,000 northern right now. So I'm doing a pretty good job here at doing damage. Widowmine's doing a good job with kind of deflecting the Locust, buying him time, however. So they're going to come in. It only takes 3 or 4 tanks or so to be able to destroy a Locust on, so it's not hard for him to kind of parry, but the Hellbats kind of have to sit there and soak some damage, so I'm going to inevitably get some bang for the buck in that Locust. You kind of see here, sound clipping with the trophies. We're able to get that. Oh, almost got him. But the nice thing about Locust is that since they're free, I can do these things like screen. So here I took out his 4th because his units were kind of tied up trying to hold the ramp. Good idea is usually trying to be pushing Banshees, but this is why I make Hydras to complement my Swarmhost that can shoot up. So I'm going to do an interesting thing here. I'm going to try to break down into his back third. And he's going to do something that's very smart. He's been kind of powering behind this the whole time. He's back up to the same food as me. Because I'm sitting here transitioning into Broodlords behind us. But he's going to go ahead and push out with what he has to break down my front. And so I see this, and it makes my Hydras immediately run away, but at the same time my Locusts, I forget to unburrow them. So he's going to be able to get a few free kills here. It also sends an SCV Swarmhost to the front. And so Hydras have to run, Stormhost has to run, and also can get pegged by tank shots for a bit. And so now this is the part of the game where I have to transition to Broodlords and be able to fend off his inevitable push. He's down 50 food, but he'll quickly be able to remax, as you'll see in a second. So, queens are trying to be heroes. They're not heroes, they're just queens. But they'll live to tell the tale. So I managed to take down his 4th, which he had to rebuild. His 3rd is safe. Over here, I have my, what was that, 4th? 4th or 5th base. There was actually a Widowmine here that kept killing drones, and something I noticed is that if Widowmines one-shot drones, it actually doesn't appear as an alert, so it killed quite a few drones until I realized, and I morphed a Spine and a Spore to take care of them. Here's a Hellbat drop. I saw it with my Overlord, my Overseer Scout that he didn't clean, so I'm going to be able to pick this off in a second. Come on, get him. Get him. Here we go. So that takes care of that. Meantime, I'm going to be buying myself some time by using my Swarmhost, just going to keep them burrowed far away so they can get some chip damage in. As you can tell, that's actually significant. 3 tanks down, half health. This one actually blew up. So, you know, mostly just because he didn't siege up, but any chance I can get to get some free damage in is very good. So now he's going to start pushing on my creep. So this kind of style requires you push out the creep a lot. So so you force him to take his time kind of pushing through. Just force a scan, or bring ravens along, which is kind of pretty much required. Those two formats are so confusing and see what's going on there. So we're kind of nearing the time for the big engagement. I'm morphing Broodlords right now. 100 Secret Missile right there blows up. Takes 200 Secret Missiles to kill a single Swarm Host. Takes 3 from Splash to be able to kill incidental Swarm Host. And my Broodlords pop right as the Siege Tanks get there, which is perfect timing for me. And so I'm able to pick this up. And if I was talking to you about probably, you know, like 2 months ago when the beta just started, this is kind of what I did, and this actually is going to push quite a bit. You know, this would be the end of it. Terran would be dead. He wouldn't be able to remax in time. I have Hydras to cover my Broodlords, so it's a good time to push. And I have Swarm Host too, just to be annoying. But I'm morphing a lot of Broodlords. Kind of checking the unit. Ooh, that's a little bit of a UI blunder there. Checking the unit counting station. I have 10 Broodlords, and I think there should be like, that's 11 Swarm Hosts there and 4 Corruptors. So I probably should have waited, or I should have probably balanced out my composition a little more towards Corruptors, just have a handful of Broodlords, but I felt like I could get the kill here. And it's going to turn out not to be the case. As I did mention, this was not a short game by any stretch of the imagination, even though we're at the 25-minute mark. So behind this, we're going to be taking extra bases. This is my chance to shine. He put 2 more Widow Mines here, which was really annoying, so I had to move my spines to be able to take them out. But yeah, I'm growing. Man, I really feel like this is, like, not quick. No, it's not faster. So, that's faster than that, yeah. So here comes a big engagement that I think I could win, except there are Widow Mines here. Oh, God, Raven shots. Widow Mines destroy all my ground army. Broods are forced to run. And so this is kind of the terror that is the late game Terran army. Is that one bad engagement and they become so cost efficient that you're kind of forced back. And so now I kind of have to back up here. 3 Broodlords, 11 Swarm Hosts. I'm still able to whittle down quite a bit of forces here, but at the same time, he's kind of pushing down, getting some extra damage here. I'm remaxing on Corruptor. I'm going to be going heavy Corruptor, some Broodlords, and then Swarm Hosts. I'm just going to be trying pushing more of the same unit composition on him, since I feel like he should be on the back foot right now. But that was kind of an error on my part. He's actually keeping up okay with me on supply. Here's another little interesting engagement. I'm going to siege up here. I have a whole bunch of Corruptors. I'm going to try to snipe as much air as possible, but these Widow Mines are actually scaring the bejesus out of me. Kind of see here, he actually has 10 Widow Mines. Completely clears out the Locust. So, kind of in a little bit of a pickle here. Mostly an air army. I'm actually surprised, a little dismayed that you didn't go full air Terran off this, or Sky Terran rather. But what's interesting about this game, it kind of turns into a battle of the cost-effective units on the TNZ side. So Widow Mines being able to take care of some Locust, and then Swarm Hosts being able to take care of Widow Mines. But as we see here, Widow Mines are really annoying in the late game. It's just a good way for Terran to get back into a game that they've otherwise lost, as we'll see in a second. So I'm kind of holed up here at my 5th. He managed to clear out my my extra base here, but luckily the creep is keeping me from being able to do anything, and that's actually, me expanding here actually won me the game, as you'll see in a second, even though I just lost that base. So he's trying to posture up here to take out my 5th. I'm going to try to push him back. He's got Widow Mines up here, a little army down here. Held that to do an okay job of trying to fend this off, but not especially good. So 100 Secret Missiles going down. There's actually 3 here. Like I mentioned, 3 killed all Broodlords. So they're gone. Now it's just 21 Corruptors versus just a handful of Vikings, which you'd think if this was, again, Heart of the Swarm, this would be dead, but Widow Mines suck. And they especially sunk against units that clump up like this. And so right now, if you look at my vision, I know the Widow Mines are there. Actually, let me stop doing that. I know the Widow Mines are there, but right now I don't really have any way of dealing with them, because I just have a pure air army with these locusts in the background, so I'm kind of forced back. And he's just going to snipe by detection, which is very, very smart. It's also going to cost him Vikings and cost him, so I have to back up a little bit. And now we kind of have this really cool position battle going on. I try to retake the hatch. He's going to try to snipe it with his SCVs. But I'm slowly going to try to chip away his air armies because I really want to go Broods. It turns out Broods just aren't that good anymore. But with these Widow Mines here, best I can do, again, since he destroyed my detection, is kind of wait it out and float some Overseers over here, which just morphed. I have some Hydras in the back. But like I said, Widow Mines are really awesome because they have the ability to let the turn get back in the game that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get back. Here, I mispositioned my host and I lost like 4 of them because of Widow Mines. Over here, I just lost my entire Corruptor Ball because I mispositioned. And so I'm kind of, supply-wise, in a crappy spot. But since he's dedicated so much resources to Widow Mines, I'm actually okay, although I don't know it yet. Looking back at my vision, all I see are like 100 secret missiles and Widow Mines constantly sniping all my overlords. I'm actually like going down in supply because I'm dedicating so many overseers, mostly due to bad micro, to the effort. And so what I'm doing is I've essentially back-teched at this point, looking at the production tab. I'm actually making Hydras Overseers, and all I'm concerned about is just getting rid of this Widow Mine count. His production choice is interesting. He's actually going Viking. He's just started making siege tanks, but he's been making Widow Mines this whole time to try to deny, basically try to slow me down. If he had switched out of Widow Mines quicker, I think I'd be in a lot worse position. Like if this was actually like, you know, remove, say, like, you know, 8 Widow Mines or so from this, and then turn those into 3 siege tanks. Ah, God, 100 secret missiles so good. You know, dedicated that to Ravens or tanks, I'd probably be in a lot worse of a position right now. But now, all he's doing is really just keeping me from mining this. And causing me to be varying degrees of not cost efficient because I kind of try to fly in Overseers. Mine shots go off all over the place. I'm kind of zoned out here. He's going to slowly burn down this hatch. In the meanwhile, he's actually taken this base, ironically, right next to my old 4th. But the Hydras have a place in TVZ, and that's exactly breaking down Widow Mine campaigns like this because they outrange Widow Mine so well. And so I'm able to do kind of my mid-game strategy of sending in Swarm Hosts, Locusts, and then sending in Hydras behind that. So Widow Mines are going to try to valiantly hold off this army, but it's a little bit in vain. I've actually overpowered him at this point. You kind of see, without his Widow Mines, oh God. Again, Widow Mines punish mistakes so brutally. You got to be so careful. And I think that's the most interesting thing about Heart of the Swarm for me is that you just have to be a lot more careful in TVZ. You just have to be. Otherwise, you end up losing games that you shouldn't. So at this point, I'm reestablishing this. I finally got it down. I also actually, I didn't mention it, but I actually planted down Spore Crawlers to make sure that he never pushed onto my creep with my Widow Mine, or with his Widow Mines. A little bit of Banshee harass. He should have done this a lot earlier, but all that Widow Mine micro does take a toll. And so now he's just kind of building up. Right now he's on 1 mining base. Yep, 1 mining base right here. I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing significantly better income-wise, although my income doesn't really show for it because I am 55 drones, most of which are mining gas right now. So the Hydras are going to save this. And then, if I remember correctly, yeah. I don't know this is here, but I'm going to go check it anyways just in case, because I know this is zoned out. And actually, this was kind of a danger to leave these guys here. As you see, he's going to actually Hunter Seeker Missile this off. The downside is that Hunter Seeker Missiles don't quite kill Swarm Host. So I'm going to take out his 1 mining base, and that's, what is that, 24, about 30 SCVs. that now do not have a home, and this pretty much puts them all in. So he's going to start pushing this ramp when Stormhost is really confused again. Yes, he's going to survive. Ah, yeah, he does. Good for him. But it's going to be a giant SCV train, and he actually doesn't have enough. Like, I have enough bases that I'll be able to eventually stave this off. So, SCV is valiantly coming in, trying to stave off the Stormhost. And auto turrets trying to save the day, not working. Stormhost saved the day. Let's see a GG in a second here. Not really much you can do. 3 tanks against Locust Hydras. The unit makes no sense. That's right. Stormhosts are cool. So that's it. Pretty cool game between Stormhosts and Widow Mines. Widow Mines are just awesome at extending the game, giving the Terran a chance to come back. I'm really looking forward to seeing pros use this and kind of see the crazy micro wars that go on with Widow Mines and whatnot. So yeah, Heart of the Swarm's out in about 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely have more videos posted with campaign walkthroughs as well as kind of multiplayer for the first couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. That's all. So thanks for watching. Bye.